soundtrack to my life. Where does a black brother in 2023 start? Welcome, welcome. This will be the first video. I'm excited, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm also a little bit nervous. Let's get into it. Reason why I started this channel. So, I feel like throughout my life, I feel like I'm about to just vent low key. I'm back and forth on just a lot of things of like what I want to do with my life, because like I'm good at so many things. I feel like I have so much to offer to the world. But you can't be so broad, right? Or you can be so broad, but I feel as though you gotta pick something to start with, right? And I don't know, I struggle with that. So I guess the channel is just to be able to like share those things with the world, share things about my life, things that I learn. Also, it's just for me to like have an outlet, talk about things I want to talk about, and really just, I guess, express myself. I feel like I'm always like want to put people on this, put people on that. Like, oh, I kind of feel as though I'm like bombarding people with information that they never asked for. So, with this, if you're tuning in, I guess you do want to see that. You know what I mean? Like, you are interested in it. People are always telling me, like, oh my God, like, you inspired me to do this, or like, you've been an impact in my life that way, da 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 da. And I want to be able to share that with the world and like try to share as real and authentic of an experience as possible of my life, without obviously getting too much into like deep details, which will be something interesting to see how we balance. But we move. Another reason why I think like I've always wanted to start something like this, but I think what's pushing me is, I think life is just a journey, and this is just so happened to be the right time through the right experiences I've had, circumstances, and the place that I'm at in my life, essentially. And a few weeks ago, I'm gonna share part of this note with you guys. I wrote a note to myself of where I want to be a year from now, like what I want my life to look like. Intentions. I wrote this on April 10th, 2023. And it's titled, Where Do You Want Your Life to Be in a Year from Today? I'm not going to share the whole thing. I do want to share some of the parts that I feel are important to the reasons why I started this channel, and I think that a lot of people will resonate with. So by April 10th, 2024, I want to have started the process of building a life full of purpose where I'm able to help others and play an impactful role in their lives. I came to this realization a few months ago. Like I've always known it, but I think I put it into better words after a while. And it's just, I've always wondered, like, what's my purpose in life? Like, what do I want my life to look like? Just overall. Before I used to look at things as like a specific goal. Like I want and now I'm just like, I just want this general feeling and outcome, and whatever that looks like, that's what it looks like. Kind of just allowing things to be a little bit more abstract. And I came to the point where I say that my purpose in life is to help guide other people to find their purpose, right? I get a lot of joy and fulfillment from seeing other people happy and reaching their goals. So the next thing that I'll share is I want a life that allows me to have the flexibility and freedom that I desire to be able to work, play, and explore throughout my life. I'm very like free spirited, go with the wind kind of person. But it's also like I could be very calculated at times. It's that weird balance right there. In general, I just want to get to a point where like the work that I do, the decisions that I make in the next year or so are pushing me to a place where I have flexibility, I have freedom to be able to be myself and explore and learn more about myself, and like not feel so restricted and confined to like what society feels as though your life should be. And I'll share these last 2 points. I want to get to a point in my life where I am surrounded by people that I love and care for, and that that energy is reciprocated. I feel like a lot of times, and I talk to people about this, where like I said, I find a lot of joy and fulfillment in helping other people, but at the same time, a lot of times I leave feeling drained and that energy isn't reciprocated. And you know, you can't pour from an empty cup. And it like usually leaves me like really frustrated and upset with quote unquote other people. That's not really them. I had to realize it's really I'm upset with me because I set these expectations on people to, you know, I guess like be like me, right? But that's not fair, right? So I need to get better with setting boundaries with people, respecting those boundaries that I've set for myself, and also not giving and putting myself in positions and places where I don't feel that that energy would be reciprocated. And this last point kind of rolls into what I was just saying. I am sick of feeling underappreciated for the efforts I put in and feeling as though my contributions are not recognized. I am tired of being quote unquote too nice and want to become more assertive and unapologetically myself. Like I said, that feeds into that point I just said earlier, but I've been reading this book Too Nice. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, my bad. I've been reading this book Not Nice. Not nice. Stop people pleasing, staying silent, and feeling guilty. Dot dot dot. And start speaking up, saying no, asking boldly, and unapologetically being yourself. And the book essentially just talks about being too nice and all the feelings that come with that, whether that be like even talking about it is weird to me right now, like your body being triggered, like all those feelings you get, your chest tightening up, and then just like the emotional feelings that come with that. And you know, it goes into like culture and just really just everything that really plays into it. I do think sometimes a little bit like wordy. I guess the author felt like, you know, I gotta get these pages off. But yeah, been reading that and that's something that I want for myself. Okay, so the types of videos you can expect. I mean, I intend for this to just be videos of my life, some vlogs, me just really sharing anything that I find interesting, whether that be travel, work, relationships, whatever it may be, right? Just, but one thing I do want to say, and I do want to emphasize is, I don't know, like this, and I'll probably talk about this a lot, but one of the things that turns me off with content these days, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, I just feel like it's very inauthentic sometimes, you know. I'm like a cringy. I'm naturally like a cringy person, but I feel like sometimes you get on this camera, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and you got to come in here like, "Hey, what's up? What's the vibe?" And it's like that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not me, and I can't fake that kind of energy. If I do, I can't fake it. Ugh, even just thinking about it, it's just like I can't fake it for too long. You know, it is what it is. But whoever is interested in hearing what I gotta say and wants to like see me, they'll see me.